the damn front end down. He could walk. He could have carried it a quarter mile if he wanted to. He did carry it the 8th mile.
That's what you need, Rich. Something that is 800 horsepower.
Oh, I'd love it.
Need a parachute to stop it. Probably a couple of them.
Well, you need nuts about the size of bowling balls to drive it.
Mm-hmm.
Have to have a separate fire suit for your nuts.
My brother, he drag races, but he's got the big motorhome and he's really good. He's been doing it for quite a few years. He's won the Gator Nationals, gosh, I want to say 6 or 8 times in Comp Eliminator. I don't know if you know what Comp Eliminator is, but it's a very hard class. It's basically cubic inches and weight, and but you can make as much horsepower out of the engine as you can. Gosh, I don't know how they work that. It's got anyway. He runs an altered, which is an A/AP car. It's altered, and it's automatic. They call it automatic planetary, which is an automatic transmission. But he runs in the low 6s at about 212 mile an hour.
Yeah, that comp class, there's comp eliminator, they mixed it up so much, man. It's so hard to keep up with. I used to be into rhyming big time, but they're offering nitrous, and then they're offering this, and then the turbine, and then they got the other division with the superchargers. It's like, yeah, give me that weight versus horsepower or whatever classification. But who's GNK Mike out in Baton Rouge? He sent me the latest breakdown on NHRA. He only gave me like 5 or 6 divisions or classes. And I started reading that, and I got about 4 pages in, and I replied to his email. I says, I don't want any more. I said, I'm done with it. I'd just rather just watch it on TV now. It's just like everything else. They have broken it down where it's no more fun, and you gotta have 16 sponsors and 3 big money buddies to compete. So they've run it.
Yeah, it's a millionaire sport now. Yep. My brother's car, you ought to see it. It is something else. Actually, if you want to see it, just Google David Eaton, E-A-T-O-N, Comp Eliminator, and it'll come up, I'm sure it will. He's won a total of 18 Wallies, if y'all know what them are.
Yeah, spell it again, Charlie.
Okay, his name, David, E-A-T-O-N, same as mine, Eaton.
Oh, got it. Okay, I'll check it out tomorrow. We ain't doing the Thanksgiving thing tomorrow, so I'll check it all out. Yeah, man, I got to go to Buffalo out there in the 60s, and Randy Payton, I told you the story where Randy, TV Tommy Ivo came trailering down with his fiberglass Southern Cal top fueler, had the fiberglass body and the jet fighter looking windshield and all that, metal flake green, and Randy came out there with a front engine like a Swamp Rat 4 looking Garland's rig, smoked him. TV Tommy was so embarrassed he didn't even hang around for autographs and meet and greets. He put it on the trailer and left. He proved he was an asshole that day.
Yeah, some of them guys, they just don't take the time out for their fans. It's all about the entertainment. You know what I mean? I mean when the tracks bring them in.
Oh, if he would have won, he'd been there till the sun went down.
Hey, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
I have a RD688 Mack truck, diesel, tri-axle, 400 horsepower, and I know the power to carry it, to pull a load, and it's just amazing to know that could put 800 horsepower in an automobile and racing. I can just imagine how devastating that would be with that kind of power. And I could put like 22 tons on my truck for 44,000 pounds and carry it up these big hills and travel down the highways at 65 miles an hour plus. And it's just unimaginable to see the power those big rigs have on the highways. And then you put that 800 horse into an automobile, just like a sports car or race car. Just fascinating, man.
Yeah, it's something else there. My son's, I was over at my son's the other night, and he says he got his motor freshened up. He just got it freshened up. Anyway, I talked drag racing all night. But he just got his motor back from Hartman, guy over in Orlando that builds lots of motors, a lot of race motors. And he always does eddies or freshens it up. He had to put a new set of aluminum rods in it because these had 150 runs on them, and that's when they say good time to take them out and put a new set in.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, did you ever drag race?
Rich, are you ever going to replace your rod?
No, it works just fine.
Okay. Well, with age, just listen to the old lady. She'll let you know.
Well, mine's made out of billet titanium.
It's got to oil it once in a while.
Rick, when you said that, you kind of lost me for the moment. I was like, Rich, man. And then all of a sudden, yeah, that was funny. Took a few seconds and I realized.
Yeah, that Rick, you gotta watch him, man. He's a bad influence.
And I was tracking.
You got to remember where you are.
Man, he'll corrupt your mind.
Well, I derailed for the moment, but I came right back on track after he made the point.
Oh,
You're on the circus. I'm at the circus?
Yes, sir.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep, perfect.
Hey, Sal.
Yes, sir.
Did Tommy find him a hamburger?
I don't know.
Checkers. I couldn't think of anything with a C.
Well, I figured it out because I think we named just about everything under the sun. I said, Sal, you remember you told me to put ads on it. I don't know. So I'm naming the place one after another, and then he said it was at the round table. Oh, maybe Checkers? Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay.
Too many T's?
Yeah. Ricky, you wanted to know, who's some big ice cream cone? They make the best cones. There's something about ice cream cone, and I said, I don't know. Carvel's and Dairy Queen, or he's naming several of them. No, everybody started. Wallace was naming them. Everybody was throwing in different, places that make soft ice cream. And then finally he said the round tables, and I said that because I named McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's. And he said, you got the round tables outside? Oh, maybe Checkers? Yeah, Check.
Checkers got the round tables outside. The other guy talking about ice cream years ago on 3910. You guys would laugh about this. I have not thought about this. They were naming like Carvel, all these mom and pops areas that people in other states didn't have. We had a pretty good group on late night 3910 that night. And this guy was like, I don't know, here's a drive-by. And I said, oh, I know exactly what it is. I said, describe the building. And he described the building. And I said, oh, Barnes & Noble, the bookstore. He goes, yeah, that's it.
So was at the bookstore, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he said, yeah, that's it. You been there? I said, no.
That's double funny.
I was just curious, has anybody got an A&W root beer like they used to have still in their town, or are they just all out?
Oh, good Lord, I haven't seen or heard of A&W root beer in years.
We had a mom and pop that kept the establishment south of Tampa heading to Highway 60, but that was, I think it's gone, but it lasted Charlie until just before I moved here, so it's late 90s. Yep, we had one here. It was in an A-frame stylage looking deal. Still had the drive-in speakers on it. The end of it, root beer, south of where I live, about 5 miles.
Yeah, we had one over in Rockledge when me and my wife first got married. We lived in Rockledge, and then we moved out here in the woods, north of Cocoa, where I like it. I don't have a guy coming up from the city telling me my motorhome is 1 foot in front of my house, side of my house, and it needs to be back behind the eave of the house. And I got a central air conditioner that's behind the motorhome that I would have had to move to and everything. But damn forced sales on a house, sold it, and moved out here to the woods. Damn, I got tired of that crap.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No HOA or nothing like that either. It was just the city of Rockledge. They had nothing to do. So they just go out and find stuff.
Let me check on Daniel, see if he's back at the shack. KBAOTM. You back, Daniel?
No joy. Like me snore.
He'll wake up I know him like a book. He'll wake up subconsciously. He won't do it on purpose, but he'll wake up approximately 2 minutes after we all clear out later or whenever. And tomorrow night he'll say, I came in there. I was listening to you all. And I called and I called and I called. No joy.
You do it so well, Rick. But you know, I gotta be the advocate. Sometimes when you're listening to like a radio or people talking, blah, 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 it kind of puts you to sleep, you get relaxed and you just listen and you go to sleep like mama singing a lullaby. But then when all the talking stops, all of a sudden you wake up, hey, where'd everybody go?
Oh yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Skip.
Yes, sir.
Now, this happened to me twice in the past 3 months. Never in my radio hobby. Rich, it may have happened to you. And this is bizarre, guys. I have been like coming out of a fog to get up to pee, whatever hour of the night, or possibly right before I'm nodding off for the first time for the night. And I will actually, and it's no individual, it varies. I will hear one of the guys in the group say something momentarily in my subconscious, and I'm going like, man, too much radio this week. First time it happened in my life, my word to God, it happened. And I said, my subconscious, I'm hearing it just like the external speaker here. I can't tell you what the person's saying, but there it is in my subconscious. That's pitiful.
That's real.
Too much LSD back in the 70s.
Too much
Yeah, man, Dave's not here.
Ever happened to any of you?
Yeah, like with music. I used to listen to Montehupo, Humble Pie, and Creedings, Clearwater Revival, all that stuff like that. And I would be hearing the tunes in my head, like actually hearing them.
I can tell you the one you had. It was that All the Young Dudes Carry the News.
That's right.
Yep. And another one I had was The Boys Are Back in Town. I couldn't get rid of that for years.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, absolutely.
Ben Lizzie.
Yes, sir. Ghost Star, Rich.
Gary Moore. I miss him very much.
I got a Gary Moore Heritage Paul, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I try not to listen to something that's kind of catchy there before I go to bed at night either. What was that damn commercial they had out about 6 or 8 months ago, probably been a year ago or something, that had that little jingle in it from a song?
Oh, God, there's dozens.
Yeah, I know. This was a pretty good one there. Maybe it was Manic Monday with the Bengals. I think I'm wrong on that, though.
cards for kids.
Which one, Skip?
That song, 1877 cards for kids.
I don't know.
But they say when your mind comes together, your subconscious is a weight thing. Runs in with your conscious and your subconscious, and that's when you start to, you can hear that music or people saying certain things.
Yeah.
Man, I got to listen to Tom Petty there for a while. I'll tell you what, I start sleeping and then I hear this wake, and I said, man, I got to get away from that radio at night.
His later stuff would do that, man. We ended up playing 3 of his songs in our band. We did Free Fallin'. My favorite one was Last Dance with Mary Jane. We would do the Chili Peppers Californication, same structure, and we would fade into Petty's Mary Jane's Last Dance or whatever it was. Man, a beautiful fade in. We played, one right into the other. We got a big old hoorah out of some private party. We had about 300 people, and they were unresponsive the entire night until we did that particular deal. When in doubt, play a Petty tune.
We play the Nursing Home.
Man, can you imagine what Petty's, oh God, what's the name for it that everybody's selling now?
I don't know. Is that Jeffrey?
Yes, sir.
Welcome on board, Jeffrey.
Running a little late, but I'm here. Hello, Jeff.
Morning.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble. Charlie, repeat what you're trying to find. What was it?
I forgot. I forgot. Oh, it was Tom Petty. Gosh, I forgot what. Oh, I got to listen to Tom Petty there for a while and all, and I got the songs. His songs are, you can sing to about all of them, or there's some, he's got hooks all in them, and as Cheap Trick would say, you gotta have a hook. Or Steve Miller, he was the one that said you gotta have a hook, like, ooh, look at where the crowd gets into it. But anyway, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Time keeps on ticking.
Into the future.
When she dreams at night, she dreams in French.
Skip, what was the song that had, it's alright if you love me, it's alright if you don't? Petty?
That's Tom Petty.
Yeah, what was the title? I forgot. We played that one.
Don't come around here no more.
No.
Oh man, that one's right on the tip of my tongue. I know the song, I just can't think of the dang title.
It was Breakdown, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love playing that. I turned it into Tom Petty, man. We practiced it here at the house before a party, and I had just a touch of reverb, more than normal on the PA. And my drummer, man, he's such a critiquing monster. And when he would say, hey, that was pretty good, it was excellent. So we did that about 3 times, got it where I said, okay, it's good enough to play. And we took a break, and my drummer Frank says, Rick, man, he goes, that Petty deal, man, you were Petty in there. I'm like, Dave's not here. Tom's not here. And, yeah, man, I love that. I wish I'd learned it way before we learned it.
That was the one that went.
That's it, man. Yeah, and I nailed that guitar part, and I love that too.
That is a good tune. I like it.
You know what? You look at Tom Petty's record albums, it's hard to find not a hit on there.